Hello Sophia, how are you? It's Alison here. I am sending you this video all the way from Australia as a very special Christmas present to you. I hope that you've had a nice Christmas day with your sisters, and I hope that you've been a good girl. Leon will have had his first Christmas by now, well, his second Christmas, but the first one he'll probably remember. So we will have been opening lots of presents and eating lots of dinner. So hopefully you got your book in the post, The Very Snowy Christmas by Diana Hendry and Jane Chapman. I used to read this book, well I read this book to Leon quite a bit, and he quite likes it, so I thought maybe you might like it. I'm also reading this book out especially for Poppy, who is my sister-in-law's little girl, but this one is your special reading. So I hope you enjoy it. I want you to get your book out, and I want you to look at the pictures as you go along with me. And then maybe as you get a little bit older, you can even read the story with me as well. Shall we start then at the beginning? It was Christmas Eve, and Big Mouse was making cheese pies. Yummy, yummy cheese pies. And Little Mouse was making paper chains. Happy Christmas to us, happy Christmas to us, sang Little Mouse. Big Mouse, can I decorate the Christmas tree now? Can I? Turn the page. We'll do it together, said Big Mouse. Little Mouse hung up golden acorns and mistletoe berries on the tree, and Big Mouse put a star on the top. But we've forgotten the holly, cried Little Mouse. I'll go and get some. And off he rushed. Mind it has nice berries, called Big Mouse. Turn over the page. Little Mouse set off down the path singing jolly holly, jolly holly, jolly holly Christmas. But there was no holly to be seen on the first corner, and no holly on the second corner, and no holly on the third corner. He's not having much luck, is he? Turn over the page. And you see the little mouse there running over the bridge? Over the bridge he ran, and at last he found a holly bush with shiny red berries, and he jumped up and down with excitement. Oh, jolly holly, jolly holly, jolly holly Christmas, sang Little Mouse, and he stretched up high on his toes to reach some. Turn over the page. But suddenly, what's this? Oh no, soft white flakes started falling on him. One flake fell on his nose and made him sneeze. Achoo! Oh goodness me, said Little Mouse. The sky is coming undone. The silly mouse doesn't know what snow is, does he? Little Mouse began to hurry home, and lots more pieces of sky were falling on him. Faster and faster they fell. They fell on his ears, and they fell on his whiskers, and they fell on his tail. Oh dear, said Little Mouse. I better take some of this to show Big Mouse. He'll know how to stitch the sky together again. So Little Mouse made a ball of white flakes and put it in his bucket, and back over the bridge he hurried. Suddenly he saw a strange creature in the water making faces at him. It had lots of ears and a squiffy face, and it waved its arms at Little Mouse. Can you see him waving his arms in the water? He's going, what's this? What's some weird thing? We turn over the page. Oh, squeaked Little Mouse. It's a mouse nest monster. And he fell on his bottom. Oh, I wish Big Mouse was here, he cried, scrambling up. Back down the path, just getting my tea, ran Little Mouse, looking over his shoulder to see if the mouse nest monster was following him. It wasn't, but something else was. Little Mouse could see paw prints coming after him. Oh no! Turn over the page. Eek! Help! Eek! Squeaked Little Mouse. Now there's an invisible monster chasing me. Little Mouse ran up and down and round in circles to escape, but the paw prints of the invisible monster went up and down and round after him. Little Mouse ran and ran, faster and faster, and faster and faster whirled the white flakes. Faster and faster ran Little Mouse, and still the invisible monster followed him. At last Little Mouse saw his house, but there in the garden was a huge mouse nest monster. Waiting to catch him. Little Mouse trembled and began to cry. It's scared. Turn over the page. But then the front door opened, and there was Big Mouse, and Little Mouse leapt into Big Mouse's arms. Big Mouse, he cried, the sky has come undone, and look, he wailed, pointing at the paw prints, an invisible monster has been following me. And there was a terrible mouse nest monster in the water, and now that scary white mouse is staring at me. He's not having a very good day, is he? Turn over the page. Oh, Little Mouse, said Big Mouse, the sky hasn't come undone. It's snowing. It doesn't snow in Australia. And there aren't invisible monsters. Those are your paw prints. And that mouse nest monster was your reflection in the water. Look, and Big Mouse showed Little Mouse's face in a puddle. And this is a snow mouse that I made to welcome you home. Let's make another. So they did. Snow is magic, cried Little Mouse. Yes, said Big Mouse. Father Christmas likes snow too. Little Mouse jumped up and down. Will he be here soon? Can I hang up my stocking now? You can, said Big Mouse. Let's go and get warm first. Turn over the page. So in they went and warmed their paws by the fire. And Little Mouse hung up his stocking, and Big Mouse hung up his stocking too. And the holly berries shone in the firelight. It's almost Christmas, said Little Mouse. Jolly holly, jolly holly, jolly holly Christmas. And he wiggled his warm toes. There they are, snuggled up in front of the fire in their little house. I think they must live underneath the sink in the kitchen, because there's the kitchen pipes. But there's a big box of OXO there. I don't know why OXO would be under the kitchen sink, so maybe they've brought it under the sink. And there's some pine cones there. Your daddy likes collecting pine cones. Ask him about that. And they've got a cup of tea and some mince pies. And there's the Christmas tree inside a spool of thread. And they're just going to snuggle up and be nice and warm. And that's the end of the story. So I hope you liked The Very Snowy Christmas. You can watch it anytime you like. I'll be here for you to read it out to you. And you can look at the pictures. I hope you've had a good Christmas. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love and kisses. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.